France's conservative ex-president Nicolas Sarkozy is on trial today on charges he used illegal campaign financing from the Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi to fund his winning 2007 presidential election campaign, accusations Sarkozy vehemently denies. They're just the latest, though, in a series of corruption charges against the former politician. We're going to talk more about this now with France 24's Claire Paccalin, who joins me from the courthouse where the trial is taking place. Claire, this really is a high-profile case. We've got a former French president, the late Libyan dictator, these accusations of corruption. I mean, give us more details here. How did this all begin and what's it all about?
So we have just watched Nicolas Sarkozy, the former French president. He is in the courtroom just behind me. We just watched as the leading judge went through every defendant. There are 12 defendants in this case, and the proceedings have only just begun in the last half hour. So we watched as Nicolas Sarkozy answered the judge's questions, confirming his name, where he was born, that he was married, also confirming when she asked what his profession is. He confirmed that he is a lawyer, because he's, of course, trained as a lawyer before he became French president. And certainly of all the legal battles that Nicolas Sarkozy has faced since he left office, this is the most serious one. He is accused of having entered into a pact of corruption with the late Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi. The deal was said to have been that Muammar Gaddafi would send millions of euros to Sarkozy as he was planning his campaign to be the next president of France. That was in 2007, a successful campaign because he was, of course, elected. In exchange, Nicolas Sarkozy, it is said, would give help to Gaddafi in cleaning up his international image. Now, Sarkozy strongly denies all of the accusations of corruption, of influence peddling, of the concealment of misuse of public funds. He denies all of them, saying that they are lies, that they are a conspiracy against him. And he also points to the fact that he was, back in 2011, the first Western leader to acknowledge the rebels in Libya during a rebel uprising as the new legitimate leaders of Libya. He says it doesn't make any sense to accuse him of entering into any kind of pact of corruption with the late Libyan dictator, given that he supported the rebels. And he was, of course, also at the forefront of the NATO-led military intervention to put in a no-fly zone over Libya at the time. But the accusations, of course, are very, very serious. And of all the legal woes that Sarkozy has been facing since he left office, this is by far the most serious one.
So given that, Claire, what exactly could he risk? I mean, is he looking at jail time? And also just tell us a bit more about some of these other legal troubles that he's had since leaving office.
Well, if found guilty, and of course Sarkozy, along with all the defendants in this case and along with anyone who is accused in a courtroom, he benefits from the presumption of innocence before proven guilty. If he is found guilty, the most serious punishment he could face is up to 10 years in prison. Now, it's important to remember that he has already been convicted in 2 other cases recently, one for illegal campaign financing and another known as the Paul Bismuth case. That was he was found guilty in that case, and the highest court in the land late last year upheld a sentence in which he will wear an electronic tag for a year. That's instead of going to jail. He was found guilty for having to try to get privileged information from a judge, and the idea was that they said that he would have helped that judge get a nice job down in sunny Monaco in exchange for privileged information. Sarkozy also denies wrongdoing in that case. This is a very serious, high-profile affair. We are looking at a democracy, France. The accusation is that it was corrupted by a dictatorship, Libya. But Sarkozy, as well as the 3 ministers, his former ministers who were ministers when he was in power, all of them deny all of the accusations in this affair.